All right, you magnificent bastards, welcome to another deep dive. You know we love dissecting this shit, and this time we're diving headfirst into this new Count of Monte Cristo flick. As there's been yapping about it, we're talking full-on breakdown, folks, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why should you give a damn? We'll tell ya. And trust me, we'll drop some knowledge bombs along the way. You ready to get your learn on?
Let's do it. Dumas, revenge, classic shit. Always worth another look.
Hell yeah. This ain't your dusty old grandpa's book, though. We're talking 2024, French film, big bucks thrown at it, Cannes premiere, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, they went all out. Big names too. Directed by Mathieu Delaporte and Alexandre de la Patelliere. And get this, starring Pierre Knightley.
Wait, hold up, Pierre Knightley. That's the dude from Yves Saint Laurent, right? Didn't peg him for a period piece kind of guy.
Dude's got range, I'll give him that. And yeah, we're talking serious cash here. Most expensive French film this year, no joke.
Okay, so big budget, fancy pants actors. But let's cut the crap. Is it actually any good? Or are we just looking at another overhyped pile of cinematic bullshit?
Well, the critics seem to be creaming their jeans over it. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes, that's like trusting a drunk pigeon to navigate, right?
True, true. Those scores can be a crapshoot. But hey, critics are calling it brisk, lavish, and get this, surprisingly faithful to the book.
All right. So critics are happy. But did it make bank? Did those Frenchies flock to the theaters?
They sure as hell did. Over 9 million tickets sold in France alone. And globally, it's raked in over $100 million. Not bad for a French film going up against those goddamn superhero movies, huh?
Okay, color me intrigued. But for those of us who haven't actually read the book, or, let's be real, Spark noted it back in high school. What's the gist? You know, in case we want to sound smart at parties and shit.
Right, buckle up. Here's the elevator pitch. Edmond Dantès, young sailor, life's peachy, about to get hitched, happily ever after, the whole shebang. Boom, betrayal. Friends stab him in the back, frame him. Next thing you know, he's rotting in the Chateau d'If. Worst shithole prison you can imagine.
Sounds like my dating life, dude. Just endless betrayal and shitty situations.
Ouch! Well, anyway, Edmund's stuck there for years. But plot twist, he meets this badass old dude in prison, a mentor. Think Gandalf with a French accent. Teaches him everything. Languages, sword fighting, how to rock a cravat. Escape plan time.
So this is where shit gets good, huh? Prison break, revenge montage, the whole works.
Bingo. Dantes busts out, finds a hidden treasure, because why not? And reinvents himself as the mysterious Count of Monte Cristo. Wealthy, suave, and one pissed-off motherfucker.
And then what? Don't leave us hanging, man.
And then the fun begins. He systematically destroys the lives of everyone who wronged him. Like a gourmet chef of revenge, carefully crafting each dish to inflict maximum pain.
Okay, so classic revenge tale, love it. But what makes this adaptation special? It's got to be more than dudes and tight swinging swords and plotting elaborate schemes, right?
You're damn right it is. This one dives deeper. It's not just about the revenge, it's about the why.
Yeah.
The filmmakers weave in the historical context, post-Napoleonic France, political chaos, social unrest. You see the grime, the corruption of 19th century Marseille, and it hits different, man.
So it's not all just fancy balls and people speaking in flowery French accents.
Oh, there's plenty of that, don't worry. But it's contrasted with the reality of the time. Poverty, injustice, the powerful screwing over the little guy. It's all there. It makes you think, you know?
Whoa, hold on. You're saying this movie actually makes you use your brain. Isn't that against the rules of Hollywood?
This one breaks the mold, man. It dives into the psychology of it all, the effects of imprisonment on the soul, the morality of revenge. Does vengeance truly bring satisfaction, or does it just create more pain? It makes you question that shit.
Okay, color me officially intrigued. But let's get down to brass tacks, talk characters. Edmond Dantès, the man himself. Pierre Knightley playing both the innocent sailor and the vengeful count. Can he pull it off?
The early word is he absolutely nails it. He shows you Dantes' vulnerability in the beginning, then transforms into this cold, calculating badass. It's impressive, man.
So he's not just some pretty boy with a pouty face. There's actual depth to his performance.
Oh yeah, layers, man, layers. The film shows how Dantes is fundamentally changed by what he goes through. It's not just about revenge. It's about him grappling with his own humanity, his own darkness. It's heavy stuff.
All right, I'm sold on Pierre. But what about the love interest? Haiti, right? She's not just some damsel in distress waiting for Edmond to sweep her off her feet, is she?
Hell no. This Haiti is a whole different breed. The film gives her agency, her own story, her own trauma, her own reasons for wanting revenge. She's a force to be reckoned with.
So she's not just there to look pretty and bat her eyelashes at Edmond.
This Hades, she'd probably spit in his face if he tried that. She challenges him, pushes back against his plans, makes him confront the monster he's becoming. It's a dynamic you don't see often in these kinds of stories.
Fuck yeah, give the woman a sword. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the villain of the story. Fernand, right?
Yeah.
The guy who screws Edmond over royally. Is he just a one-dimensional asshole, or does the film give us some insight into his motivation?
They actually flesh him out a bit in this adaptation. We see the jealousy, the insecurity, the reasons behind his betrayal. He's not just twirling his mustache and laughing maniacally. He's a complex character with his own messed up desires.
So there's more to him than just wanting to steal Edmund's girl and watch the world burn.
Exactly. And that's what makes this adaptation so damn interesting. It takes these classic characters and adds depth, nuance, complexity. You understand their motivations, even if you don't agree with their actions.
All right, so we got this brooding hero, badass chick by his side, and a villain who's not entirely a dick. What else sets this Count of Monte Cristo apart from the rest? It can't just be good looks and fancy historical settings, right?
Nah, man, it's deeper than that. The historical context, it's not just background noise. It's woven into the story, man. It shows you the corruption, the social injustice, the shit that was going down in post-Napoleonic France. That country was a mess back then. Political maneuvering, the elite screwing over the common folk. It's messed up.
Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Right. Dumas, he was a genius. He knew how to use history to comment on the present. And this film taps into that. It makes the story relevant to us, even today. Makes you think about power, how it corrupts people, how the justice system gets manipulated, how tempting revenge can be.
So you're saying this movie's got some serious eat the rich vibes.
Oh, it definitely makes you question those in power, man. Take Villefort, the prosecutor who frames Edmond. He's not just evil for the sake of it. He's ambitious, ruthless, a social climber, willing to step on anyone to get to the top.
Damn, that's some Shakespearean level shit. So it's not just about Edmund getting his revenge, it's about exposing the whole damn system, right?
Exactly. This isn't some simple revenge story. It's a commentary on human nature, on good and evil, the whole damn thing. It's deep, man.
Okay, enough deep thoughts. Let's talk about the film itself. How do they bring this world to life visually? Is it all just sweeping shots of the Mediterranean and fancy mansions, or do they show us the nitty-gritty too?
Visually, this film is a goddamn masterpiece. You get it all, man. The beauty of Marseille, the grim reality of the prison, the opulence of the Count's world. They don't shy away from the ugly stuff either. Slums, poverty, prison brutality, the violence lurking beneath the surface of polite society.
So it's not just a romanticized version of the past. They actually show the dirt under the fingernails.
Oh yeah, there's a grittiness to it, a realism that pulls you in. You feel Edmund's suffering, man. You feel the desperation of the people trying to survive in this corrupt system. It's powerful stuff.
Okay, let's talk about some of the other characters. Mercedes, Edmund's former flame. What's her deal in this version? Still pining after Edmund after all these years, or has she moved on?
Mercedes, man, she's complicated. Married to Fernand, the dude who betrayed Edmond, trying to make the best of a shitty situation, but you can see the pain in her eyes, the guilt she carries. It's heartbreaking, man.
So she's not just a heartless bitch who forgot all about Edmund.
No way, man. This adaptation gives her depth. You understand why she made the choices she did, even if you question them. She represents the collateral damage, the ripple effect of betrayal.
Damn, that's heavy. Talk about fallout. Okay, what about Danglars, the other dude who screwed Edmund over? What happens to his greedy ass?
Oh, Danglars, the banker. He's all about the money, man. Pure greed, nothing else. In the film, he represents the worst of capitalism, the insatiable hunger for wealth and power.
The epitome of, fuck you, I got mine, right?
You got it. And the film doesn't let him off easy. Edmund's revenge on Danglars is brutal, man. It hits him where it hurts his bank account.
Damn, talk about a financial ass-kicking. So this movie really doesn't hold back on the revenge. No happy endings for the bad guys.
It's not that simple, man. It's not just about good triumphs over evil. The film explores the consequences of vengeance for everyone involved.
So it's not a mindless bloodbath. There's some moral complexity going on.
Absolutely. It makes you confront the darkness within us all, our capacity for cruelty. It blurs the line between justice and revenge. Makes you think, you know.
All right, gotta ask about the music.
Yeah.
We mentioned Jérôme Robotier did the score. Does it add anything to the film, or is it just elevator music?
Man, Rabote's score is killer. It's haunting, evocative, fits the mood perfectly. He's got these grand orchestral pieces that capture the epic scope of the story, and then he'll hit you with these intimate, melancholic melodies that reflect the character's inner turmoil.
So it's not just generic action movie crap.
Hell no, this is a score that deserves its own deep dive. It adds another layer of emotion to the film, man. Amplifies the tension, the drama, those quiet moments of reflection. Pay attention to it. It's worth it.
Okay, you've convinced me. This movie is way more than just a flashy period piece. It's got depth, complexity, and makes you think about some serious shit. But before we wrap up, let's talk about the ending. We know Edmond drops that wait and hope line, but what the hell does that mean in the context of this film? Is he just trying to sound all philosophical and deep?
The ending, man, it's definitely open to interpretation. But I think it's about resilience, about finding hope in the darkest of places. Edmond went through hell, but he comes out of it changed. He understands himself and the world in a way he never did before.
So it's not just about revenge, it's about something more profound.
Yeah, man. It suggests that true redemption doesn't come from vengeance. It comes from letting go of the past and embracing the possibility of a better future.
Damn, that's some deep shit right there. But what does that mean for us, the viewers? What are we supposed to take away from all this?
I think it challenges us to face our own demons, examine our motivations, consider the consequences of our actions. It reminds us that revenge might feel good in the moment, but it can consume us, destroy us.
So it's like a cautionary tale wrapped in a badass revenge thriller.
Bingo. And that's what makes it so powerful.
All right, my brain is officially fried. We'll be back in a minute to try and unpack all this and figure out what wait and hope might mean for each of us. And we're back, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Still trying to wrap my head around this whole Count of Monte Cristo thing. We've talked plot, characters, the historical backdrop, but let's get back to that ending. Edmond says, wait and hope. What the hell does that even mean for us, sitting here in this messed up year of 2024?
Yeah, that line, man, it's heavy. On one hand, it's like he's saying, be patient. Justice will come eventually.
So just sit back, chillax, and let karma do its thing.
Not exactly. It's not about being passive. It's about actively choosing hope, even when shit's hitting the fan. Believing things can get better, that we can overcome anything.
Okay, I get that. But what about when hope feels like a goddamn fairy tale, when the world's kicking your ass and there's no light at the end of the tunnel?
That's when hope matters most, man. It's easy to be hopeful when everything's peachy. It's when you're facing the abyss, feeling broken. That hope becomes your lifeline. It's what keeps you going, keeps you fighting.
All right, but hope needs a target, right? What the hell are we supposed to be hoping for? A world without assholes like Fernand and Danglars.
I think it's deeper than that. It's hoping for personal growth, for the strength to forgive, for finding meaning even when you're surrounded by suffering. It's realizing that you might not control what happens to you, but you can control how you react.
So it's not about waiting for some magical external fix. It's about taking control, owning your shit, even when it feels like the universe is out to get you.
Exactly. Powerful message, especially these days when it's easy to get sucked into negativity and despair. This film reminds us that change is possible, growth is possible, hope is possible, even in the darkest of times.
Damn, man, that's some profound shit. So this movie, it's not just about revenge, it's about finding a way to move on, to find some peace, even after going through hell.
You got it. Something we can all relate to, right? Betrayal, getting screwed over, feeling lost, it's all part of the human experience. This film offers hope. It reminds us that even in the shittiest of times, there's always something worth fighting for.
You know what? You've officially blown my mind. This movie sounds like a goddamn philosophical journey disguised as a revenge flick.
That's the beauty of it, man. It entertains you, makes you think, maybe even inspires you to be a better person.
So, bottom line, this new Count of Monte Cristo is a must-see, even for those of us who haven't touched Dumas since high school.
Absolutely. Fresh take on a classic tale, stunning visuals, complex characters, a message that hits home. What more could you ask for?
All right, you magnificent bastards, you heard it here first. If you want a movie that'll entertain you, make you think, and maybe even inspire you to be less of a dick, check out the new Count of Monte Cristo. And with that, we're out. Peace out, degenerates.